Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and in this video we're going to talk about Xur for July 28th through the rest of the weekend. And in this one, the legendary weapons are nothing honestly that exciting. Tunnel Vision, multi-kill clip technically works together, but it doesn't even have an origin trait. It's a fun little pulse rifle, it's just kind of outdated I think. 4 times Dragonfly, you've got Zen Moment and Thresh, which is no Fragile Focus and Incandescent. I don't love snipers right now. Outlaw and Focused Fury, kind of not working so much together. Unrelenting and Incandescent, I could actually see the sword being okay, but still probably not amazing. And Bat Opens is just not a great rocket launcher. For your other couple weapons, we've got Hawkmoon with Opening Shot. Decent main perk. Right now, slightly decreased stability I don't love with increased handling, and then increased handling with greater recoil. So if you like handling and Opening Shot works for you, that might be the one. It's a decent roll, I just don't love anything that takes away stats if possible. And then on Dead Man's Tale, you've got Outlaw, which in the grand scheme of things with high caliber rounds, not going to be bad. Corkscrew rifling, little handling, that's going to be a decent roll. I don't know if Outlaw is like the god roll, but everything else going with it's decent. So they're both decent. The one thing I would say about Dead Man's Tale, we just got told in the TWAB, whatever, that this thing will be craftable next season when Presage is available from the exotic rotator. So my advice, save your exotic ciphers for something else, and if you want to get Hawkmoon, it's not a horrible one to pick up, and then Dead Man's Tale, work on getting that next season when it's more readily available. Your main exotic weapon is Wardcliff Coil. It's not the best rocket launcher, but it has very specific use cases where it's like, big target, need to spray it with a bunch of rockets at the same time. You know, it's still a cool exotic to own, so if you don't have it, make sure you buy this one. It is a very certain exotic that every so often it may be the strategy to bust out Wardcliff Coil, so if you don't have it, buy it. The big thing to actually talk about, though, is the armor. We got some pretty good stat rolls. We will get to the Warlock and the Hunter legendary armor a little bit later. But to start, for the exotics, the Guise Vest, you got a 64. Solid mobility, solid resilience, discipline, intellect. It's not where I would prefer all of the stats to be placed, but I can't really complain about too much here. You've got a 64, high mobility for a Hunter, over 20. You've got Spectral Blades as the exotic it's based around. You've got some intellect to help with that. Discipline. You don't have a whole lot of recovery. A little bit of resilience isn't bad to have, though. So in the grand scheme of check your stat rolls, pretty good one to start with. If you don't have it, make sure you pick it up kind of thing. Definitely a decent one for a Hunter. Might actually see it could be better than what you got. And if you don't have it, very good place to start. For the Titans, you've got Kepri's Horn. Resilience, Discipline, Strength at a 66. Not too shabby. You need a little bit of mobility. So I mean, if the 14 mobility doesn't hurt you too much, you've got Solar Kills, recharge a Solar Blast Barricade. You've got 18 in Resilience, you Masterwork this thing, you're at 20. Discipline and Strength have your other spikes, which is actually good for ability recharge. Not a lot of recovery, which is where I'd love to see the mobility stat, but not much wasted on Intellect, as this is based around Barricade. It's a pretty good roll, and it's a 66, so see what's sitting in your vault, and if you're new, pick it up for sure. And then Winter's Guile. Melee kills increase melee damage, and you got a 17 strength roll, and pretty well-rounded. Not amazing, but I mean, not too much wasted on mobility, some resilience, some recovery, some discipline. All in all, again, like, pretty solid rolls across the board. You check your vault if it's something you don't use that often. Maybe you don't have the greatest of rolls. If you're a new player, you should basically just buy all 3 of these because they're a pretty solid starting place. You could probably eke out a better roll, but definitely one you shouldn't sleep on. Legendary armor gets interesting. I'll go through each one. Titan first. You've got a 65 with a 30 in discipline. If you ever feel like you need like one really spiky thing here, you've got 19 in recovery, 30 in discipline. Now you don't have resilience on a Titan. That doesn't do me a lot of good, but if maybe my resilience is covered other places, it'd be hard to hit 100 resilience with your arms having 2. I don't know if this is amazing, but if you're going into a different kind of build, maybe like a PvP build, this actually could work. 62 here, yeah, you have a resilience spike, but you know, it's a 62, it's not that exciting. 64, some resilience, some discipline, higher strength. It's not a bad roll, like a new player, like just picking this up for 50 shards, could be doing pretty well. 64 again here as well. High resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, strength, nothing wasted on mobility. Both of these, newer player, can't argue with a good place to begin. Masterwork it, you know, you're in decent shape. So again, don't sleep on those rolls. 65, if you're going for a very specific discipline, recovery, PvP build, this could be your guy. For the Warlock, we've got a 62, high resilience strength, not that exciting in a 62. A 64, you know, it's okay with the discipline and strength for ability recharge, but the resilience recovery, a little low for my opinion. 62, again, not really worth like running out to Xur for. 65 with resilience, I'd like to see higher recovery, but not much wasted on mobility. High intellect strength, that's a decent 65, but honestly, not that great. Warlocks didn't get too much here. For the Hunter, you've got a pretty solid 65 here, but this actually isn't even the best one. But mobility, discipline, strength for ability recharge, some resilience, some recovery, nothing wasted on intellect. solid gauntlets. If you don't have great ones, definitely consider those. 62, again, low mobility for a hunter, not so great, but if you're looking for resilience, maybe, but a lot wasted on intellect for nothing great in my opinion. 63, discipline, resilience, you know, if that's something you're looking to shore up on a build, maybe, but it's still only a 63. This is the one I had to point out. 30 mobility, nothing wasted on intellect, and then you've got discipline and strength to help ability recharges. Like, for a hunter, you should just buy this. You never know if you're messing with like armor picker and making a stat build where this is going to be beneficial, because you rarely see one with a 30 stat roll, and for a hunter and for mobility. It'd be like a Titan 30 resilience or a Warlock 30 recovery. Every so often, that's just going to help a build. So buy these boots, no questions about it. Definitely something every hunter should probably put in their vault, because you never know where this is going to help a stat build. And that pretty much wraps up Xur this weekend. I do have family in town this weekend, so I probably won't be putting in a lot of content, so we'll see. But I have been enjoying a lot of Remnant 2. Check that one out. And then end of August is going to be crazy for games, on top of Destiny 2 also launching a whole bunch of new stuff. So lots to look forward to. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like below, leave a comment even if you just want to say hi or maybe something else. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell. Helps my videos make it to you. Nice way to support the channel for free. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.